For this problem, we need to again determine the centroid location of this composite area. And as you can see, I have already set up a table here, and we're going to use this table to do the calculation. First, we need to define our component areas. So I'm going to have my area number 1 to be this triangle. And then area number 2 to be this rectangle. Area number 3 to be this quarter circle. And then area number 4 is going to be this negative area of the circle. So in this table, we're going to have our area 1, 2, 3, and 4. For the first column, we're going to calculate the area for each of the components, and that is going to be in the unit of square foot. So for the first one, we have a triangle. So its area is going to be 1/2 height times base, so 1/2 times 3 times 4, that is going to be 6. For the second area, we have a rectangle. So the rectangle has an area of 3 times 4, so that's 12. For the third area, we have a quarter circle. So the area of a circle is pi r squared, but we only have 1/4 of it, so it's 1/4 times pi times r. Its radius is 4, so 1/4 times pi times 4 squared, so that equals to 12.57. So if you have Excel or some kind of mathematics software to use, I suggest you use that to do the calculation. And then we have this void area. This area number 4 has negative area of a circle, negative pi r squared. R is 1, so this equals to negative 3.1416. So that's the first column. For the second column, we're going to fill in the extruder of each the component area, and that's going to be in the unit of foot as well. For the next column, we're going to fill in y tutor, and then for the next column, we're going to multiply x tutor and a, and for the last column, we're going to multiply y tutor and a. So the x tutor, y tutor are coordinates for the centroid location for each of the component areas. For example, for area number 1, its centroid is here. Therefore, its x tutor equals to, we know that the centroid for the triangle is always 1/3 from the base. Therefore, this total length right here is 4 feet. 1/3 here is 3/4. Sorry, 4/3, so 1.33. And its y component from here to here is 1 feet. It's 1/3 times 3, 1 feet. But don't forget, we're measuring from the x-axis. Therefore, we're measuring from here all the way to here. That's going to be 1 foot plus another 3 feet. Therefore, that's going to be 4 feet right here. So that's the centroid location for area number 1. Centroid location for area number 2 is easy. It's a rectangle. Its centroid is here. So that's going to be 2 feet and then 1.5 feet along the y direction. For area number 3, because we have a quarter circle, for the quarter circle, its centroid location from its own radius, or from here and here, this distance is going to be 4 times r times over 3 pi, and its r is 4 feet. So both of these two distance, both of them are going to be 4 times 4 divided by 3 times pi. However, along the x direction, we have a positive value of 1.698. But along the y direction, even though the magnitude is the same, but because it is below the x-axis, don't forget to give it a negative sign. And lastly, we have area number 4, which is the negative area. Its centroid location is right here. It has x component, x coordinate of 2 and y coordinate of 0. So now we're ready to do the calculation of column 4 and 5. So for column 4, we multiply the area and its x tutor value. So we have 8, 24, 21.333, and negative 6.283. And then for the last column, we multiply the area and the y tutor value. So we have 24, 18, negative 21.333, and then 0. So the next thing to do is to summarize the area. So summarize the first column right here. It's actually the second column, but we're not counting these index. So summarizing all the area, we get 27.425. Summarizing this column right here, all the x tutor A, we have 47.050. Summarizing the last column, we have 20.667. I was using Excel to do the calculation. Therefore, we can calculate our x bar and y bar. X bar equals to summation x tutor A over summation A, which equals to 47.050 divided by 27.425, and that equals to 1.715, so 1.72 inch. And y bar equals to summation y tutor A over summation A, that equals to 20.667 over 27.425, and that equals to 0.754 inch. So that's the centroid location for this composite area. Let's try to mark it on the graph to see if it's reasonable. So x bar is 1.72, it's less than 2 feet, so somewhere here. And then y bar is 0.754, which is above the x-axis, less than 1, so somewhere here. So this is the centroid location, C, 1.72, 0.754. So it looks like a reasonable location for the centroid.